Hey guys, Marslingan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to be showing off the AGL transforming Bardock who came out back on SAIYAN Day for both versions. I managed to pull one copy of him. It took me ages. I think it was like 1,000 stones just to get one copy. And then in my trials and tribulations to finally pull one copy of the new LR Vegito, I actually pulled all 4 extra copies to rainbow this man. And obviously, those of you who've been around the channel for a while, you guys know I'm a big Bardock fan. If you're pretty new to the channel, I mean, you can probably tell from all of the masks saying themes that we are very much into Bardock on this channel. So I got him leveled up to 10. It took me ages. I actually finished the Super Boo before him, even though I started leveling him up first, which is why I did the Super Boo video yesterday. Make sure you check that out if you haven't seen it. But got him to full link level 10. Funnily enough, it was his untransformed experienced fighters that was stuck at 9 for ages. So yeah, he's going to be very, very good. We are going to jump in and see exactly what he can do on the Goku family team. We haven't got the best first rotation. He doesn't have any of the units that he's super good with. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to super with you. He only gets, Fierce Battle and Prepared for Battle with these guys. So, be interesting to see what kind of numbers he puts out on turn 1, considering he doesn't have any of these great links active. Looks like we're going to counter a super to start off, which is pretty nice. So, if I go over a little bit of what he does while we're waiting here. So, he infinitely stacks defense on his super attack. So, he's kind of the same as the LR Bootanks and the Tech Gohan, which obviously is not out on Global yet, but potentially will be the next Dokkan Fest, where he stacks in his untransformed state. Oh yeah, we didn't even get, because of the super counter, we didn't even get to see him attack. But so he stacks in his untransformed state, and then of course you can choose to transform him at any time, because it is an active skill rather than being forced to do it at a certain point. And it's something that I learned very early on after pulling him and trying out the like 55% showcases and things like that, that in some of these longer form events, obviously you want to see the unit transform. His transformation animation is awesome, and once he's transformed, I think his super attack is incredible. But you want to leave him untransformed for a certain amount of the event so that you can keep infinitely stacking his defense. Plus, once he transforms, part of his passive, once he becomes the Super Saiyan Bardock, does actually have a 5-turn limit. So obviously if you transform him straight away, by the time you get to the end of the event, that part of his passive is going to have worn off. So in his base form, his best link partner is actually the Bardock and Guinea, who obviously I've brought along. We can use their support ability a bit later. As you can see, much more of his links activated this time around. And then, of course, once he becomes the Super Saiyan Bardock, his best link partner will be the physical Super Saiyan Bardock, who we've obviously brought on the team as well. So this is obviously now actually going to be our first proper showing of what he can do here. Almost all of his links activated. Double digits from a normal attack is about what I'd expect this early on in the event. This is probably going to do a little bit of damage though. Yeah, because unfortunately we haven't... Wow, 2.6, basically 2.7 million attack stat on turn 1, because we didn't get to actually attack with him last time. Almost all of his links active, no actual support unit on the rotation. So that is very good, because remember, the Bardock and Guinea are not a support unit. They have that passive that functions like a support ability, active skill, but they don't have like a support ability in their passive, so that is just from him getting most of his links activated, so that's very, very good. I don't know, we're not going to go through the whole event, because obviously this is a fairly easy one. We're doing the Androids Infinite Super Dragon Ball History. The only reason I'm doing this one is because one of the things that can affect Bardock's abilities is fighting against extreme type enemies. So obviously on the Android stage, you only fight extreme type enemies. So if we look at his passive, he gets 120% attack and defense. He gets an additional 10% per low-class warrior category ally on the team, up to 50%. Now, I didn't build this team around that feature, because obviously once he transforms, he loses that part of his passive, so it's not super important. Although I believe Bardock and Guinea are on there, so he's getting a little bit extra. But he gets attacks effective against all types when there is a Wicked Bloodline category enemy. which of course we're not going to come across in this or any of the... I guess there's that one stage of the Broly movie, Dragon Ball History, where you fight Frieza, but most of the rest of the event, none of that is going to apply. So if we put him in the middle here, we should actually... Yeah, we're activating all of his links, and of course physical Bardock is also a support unit. So I want to see one last showing of him here untransformed, and then what we'll do is we'll just transform him next time around. Because I think, was she on the last rotation? I think next time around we're going to have the AGL Pan as well, who of course I brought because he fits very nicely onto the Goku family team and is the 50% support for Super AGL, so she's going to be giving him a huge buff. The one downside, yeah, almost 3 million now that we've got the physical Bardock and all his links active. So that's pretty crazy when you think he doesn't stack attack or anything like that. That's just all from links and a little bit of support from the physical Bardock passive. So that's actually really good. But one downside to him, and we've talked about this in the past with other units like the Gobros when they first came out were a good example, is to really activate his full potential. We want to be using him with the physical Super Saiyan Bardock because they have almost the exact same link set. The only problem, of course, when you're doing some of these harder events is that all of the Super Saiyan Bardocks now, because they mostly have the same link sets and they all work pretty much just as well. It's just the fact that the physical one obviously has that support passive as well, so it just helps out even more. But they're all kind of weak now. Like in these longer form events, like on the actual main Bardock rotation, that physical Bardock is going to take a lot of damage from not even just normal attacks. And if he gets supered, especially near the end of the event, it could potentially just kill us. So it is a bit of a downside. Like he does fit really well into other teams. So obviously this is just kind of a showcase where I wanted to show him off getting his links fully maximized and all that sort of stuff. But obviously if we were going for like a super hard event, maybe we wanted to do like an Infinite Dragon Ball History stage with no items or something, I probably would use him on a different team and maybe not bring the Bardock. So, but let's go ahead and transform. I love this animation so much.
That's pathetic. Me! I'm going to defeat you!
It's like, I know some people don't like it because it's like quote-unquote uncanon, but that like Bardock story, the story of Bardock or whatever it is, movie where he fights children, becomes a Super Saiyan, I love that. So right, so yeah, linked up with, he's got all of them except Saiyan lineage. Do you have Saiyan lineage? You do. Oof, okay, so 50% support unit on the rotation and all of his links active. Let's actually have a look and see, what does Saiyan lineage even do now at level 10? So yeah, it's an extra 5% attack and defense. That's pretty nice. And then physical Bardock, is it 20% he gives us or 25%? Yeah, 20% attack. And then he doesn't like, yeah, he doesn't raise super of allies or anything on his super attack. But we'll still keep him in the first slot. Because this way we get all the links activated with Bardock. So once Bardock transforms into a Super Saiyan, let me just bring up his passive here and his super. So he raises attack and defense for 1 turn, does immense damage. So if you get an additional, his attack stat will actually go up a little bit, but he doesn't stack anymore. And then he gets attack 180%, defense 100%, attacks effects against all types when attacking extreme class enemies, which is what I was talking about, so that is going to be an effect. Key +3, chance of performing a crit and evading enemies' attacks 18%, and reduces damage received by 18% for 5 turns. So that was obviously the turn restriction thing. If you transform him too early on in the event, he's not going to get that. But a free 18% chance to crit and 18% chance to dodge is pretty nice, as well as 18% damage reduction. You can see on his hidden potential there, I gave him a little bit more additional, because obviously you want him to stack defense as much as possible before he transforms. Then he launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super and attacks all effective against all types. And all attacks become crits when there is a Wicked Bloodline enemy. So this is going to be his best rotation, because obviously we have the Pan in the final slot. We have physical Bardock in slot 1. The only way we could do better than this is if we can get the rotation where Bardock and Guinea are on the turn before this, and then we use their active skill. Don't super physical Bardock? Okay, but physical Bardock's going to get another super attack. As you saw, he took, what, like 70 odd K from a normal attack, so Not ideal. Oh, and he is getting super, so we potentially die now. Oh, okay. We just 4.7 million attack stat. 4.7. I mean, yes, okay, he does have a 50% support unit on the rotation, but 4.7 million attack stat is pretty good, because there's some people out there that call this Bardock underwhelming, and obviously only having him at 55% all this time, I never really got to see his like full potential, and yeah, that's pretty good. So what we're going to do here then is we will heal up, get a little bit of extra defense. The Bardock and Guinea actually have really good defense, so I'm not too worried about them in the last spot, even though we have type disadvantage. And yeah, we're going to save the active skill. I need to use it when... I don't. It's really tricky to line up, because I want it to be... I want them to be on the turn before we're going to have AGL Pan on rotation with Bardock again, to then use their active skill, because it lasts into the next turn. So I don't know if we are actually going to be able to get the rotations to line up that way, but we'll see. Because obviously here we have Super Saiyan 4 Goku on rotation, who doesn't really help out with the links or anything. I mean, we've still got most of his link set active here, which is pretty good. Let me double check. What does the first Awaken do at level 10? 25% attack and 10% defense. I'm pretty sure it was just 25% attack before. It might have even only been 20%. But obviously, as you can see, like some of these links at level 10, he is getting a lot of extra attack. Family Ties is another 10% as well. Prepared for Battle, of course, has a little bit on top of being a key link. And then Fierce Battle is 20% at level 10. So he is getting a lot of attack buffs here. What is his defense, actually? Yeah, his defense is over 200,000, and we did not in any way, like, take advantage of his ability to stack defense. Like, I could have kept him going probably up until now, because obviously now we're fighting a tech enemy, so this will still do some damage. But 72k is not that bad. Like, because his defense is so high, like, even a neutral typing unit taking that super would have taken more damage. So, plus, of course, he does have that 18% damage reduction for the 5 turns, which is still active. But yeah, he's hitting over 4 million attack stats, which is pretty good. It's nice to have a very good Bardock in the game who's actually like viable on some of these teams. I actually really like running him on the Super Saiyans team, because you can link him up with the Namek Goku, because obviously they both start off in their base form, and then you can keep stacking Bardock. Sometimes the Goku can be a little bit annoying to transform, because you have to get to that right HP threshold. But then the turn that Goku transforms, you can go ahead and transform Bardock, and then they're both on rotation together and are both now Super Saiyans as well. So it's a very fun rotation. That's definitely a team that I would love to get to like full level 10 links and just go in and destroy some kind of event with. But we're getting very close to the end. I don't want the video to be super long, so I think what we'll do is next turn we are going to have the Bardock and Guinea on rotation, so we'll use their active skill. I might even go ahead and use the Future Bulma attack up item as well, just so we can see a nice big attack stat to finish off. Because obviously the active skill from Bardock and Guinea is a nice little buff, but it's, you know, it's not the same as 50% support from the AGL Pan. But it should still be a very nice attack stat that we get to see to finish off. So there you go. There's the terrifying, the face that haunts the dreams, Gumku flashing off those gums there. And then let's see how we get on here. So I'm not going to put him in the middle to get all of the links activated, because obviously physical Bardock will just get absolutely destroyed. And I can't use their active skill anyway. I think, does the enemy have to be on a certain amount of HP? Okay, you have to be on 80% HP or less. Okay, well, I guess we're not doing that then. So, go ahead and do this, and then do those. So we're going to take a super attack again straight away. We should still have the damage reduction in effect here. So, yeah, I mean, 100k honestly is not really that bad for taking a super at the end of this event. And we're still hitting just under a 4 million attack stat with almost all of his links activated. And then, like I say, if you get the additional super, because it's a raise for 1 turn, you see the attack stat go up, you get 4.1. And, yeah, that's very good. We get the crit there as well. So, I mean, that's a lot of damage that Bardock just did in 1 turn. And there's the dodging coming in from the passive as well. So, yeah, very, very good. I'm very, very happy with this Bardock. Like, I enjoyed using him at 55%, but the problem is a lot of the teams you could run him on, like the Super Saiyans team and stuff like that, like, at 55%, he just wasn't quite good enough to bring over some of the other units I could have brought instead who were Rainbow. And so, yeah, I'm very, very impressed with him at the full level 10 links level. So let's go ahead and might as well use the Kamehameha here. Try and bust through this turn. I'm just going to do the other one as well. Let's just get rid of him right here and now. Because then last turn we're going to have Pan on rotation again with Bardock, and then I think I will pop the Future Bulma, and then that will be the highest attack stat that we see for him. Couldn't get the Bardock and Gine active skill, but they definitely helped out. We got to see him with all of his links activated on one of those previous turns, so that was very good. Honestly though, like, we could potentially die on this turn quite easily, because physical Bardock is potentially going to get absolutely destroyed. Although actually, let me double check, because Pan, she raise allies attacks with supers? She does. Okay. So we're going to put her in slot 1. So we're going to do this. And then we're going to do this. And then I really don't want her to die, so I'm going to use an Android 8. Like, if she gets super attacked, she probably will still take a ton of damage. And then we're going to use the Future Bulma as well. So we're getting his full link set activated. We're getting a 20% buff from Bardock. We're getting a 25% buff from her super attack. And we've got the Future Bulma item active as well. So this is going to be a very nice big attack stat here. Oh, good lord. Almost 100k from normal attacks. Okay, Pan. Just don't get super attacked. Well, we didn't die, but 6.1. Let's go. Alright, 6.1 million attack stat. It's pretty nice. 3 million damage, no crit, considering we've got type disadvantage. And then, of course, he takes double-digit damage. I think physical Bardock potentially dies here, though, against Cell. But we got to see a 6 million... Oh, that was very close. But yeah, 6 million attack stat for Bardock. In fact, I can go ahead and activate the Bardock and Gine active skill, so let's do that. It's a shame that the one for her and the Trunks and Mai didn't get like a voice line thing or anything. But... So we'll do this, and then we'll go ahead and do this, because then not only do we get the heal, but the attack buff is now been refreshed, because it's a 2-turn attack buff. So we're going to get that for next turn with the AGL Bardock as well, I believe. Because you can stack items, so now that we've used it, we should still have the effect in effect next turn. The video has gone on quite a bit longer than I was originally intending, but we're getting some of these combinations come together that I would quite like to see. So. Plus we are losing a lot of health. This team is very AGL heavy, and we are messing around on the tech cell a bit more than I was expecting to at the start. But I mean, even they're at a 2.4 million attacks. I've got like 1 or 2 dupes in them, so they are actually a very solid unit. But oh, and of course, because I put Pan in slot 1, she's back as well. Oof. Okay, so this isn't ideal for his links though, because yeah, he's not really got any links activated. But he's got the Bardock and Gine passive. We probably die this turn though, because I don't have any other ways to heal. So Pan probably dies here. But yeah, 3.5 million. Unfortunately, because of the last rotation, we ended up getting Bardock off, so he didn't have his best link partner. But still pretty solid. And of course, he's not taking any damage on the way back. But Pan is going to get us killed here. But there you go. So I feel like that's a pretty good showing for Bardock. He can hit some pretty crazy numbers. I mean, damn, is that the friend Rainbow Goku at like a 5 million attack stat there as well? So yeah, AGL Bardock, definitely not to be slept on. Very, very good. And we take him out with Goku at the end as well. That's what we like to see. So, not exactly a record-breaking run or anything like that, but yeah, Bardock, very, very good at level 10 links. I'm very impressed with him. I'm very happy to have a great Bardock card. So there you go. Let me know what you guys think down below. Have you managed to pull Bardock from this banner, or did you have him already? What do you think of him? Let me know in the comment section down below. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. You can follow me on Twitch or join my Discord. The link is in the description below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.